Game up to get. Turn up.
Hey, it's Chris Reddick with Next Push Forward, and of course we're having a remarkable day here at Elizabethton in the Commons area. Anytime you see us in the Commons area with the backdrop, that means you got some outstanding players that's going to go push towards the next level. Right beside of me, I have a superstar, multi-athletic star here at Elizabethton, Mr. Rhett Slagle. Rhett, congratulations for your next push forward.
Thank you, sir.
Going off to Walter State, so we understand that, like I said, you're a dynamic football and baseball player, but you decided to choose your career to go next level in baseball. So let's talk about how we got here. Just briefly talk about your history and love for baseball as a kid.
Growing up, baseball has just always been one of my favorite sports. It's just always came natural to me, the way I move and everything, and it was just like Coach Wiggs said, it was just one of my first loves, and I just fell in love with it, and I've just been playing ever since.
Now, we understand that Coach talks about the hard work, effort, and that desire to want to keep pushing on.
Two things to describe Rhett, also probably JD as well. They're competitors and they're winners. And I know Coach probably says the same thing. I'd go to battle with these guys any day. 100%. When Rhett faced adversity against Northview, when he got knocked down and felt like he couldn't get up, and this guy hobbled off the field. And there was no doubt in my mind that he was going to make it back to play baseball his senior year with his buddies, with his teammates. I know it was hard and the road wasn't easy, but that's what you get out of these guys.
And you had a little experience of having to use that desire. Your senior year, you took a little injury there, but it didn't hold you back from your baseball career. So let's talk about your senior year. How did you feel about your senior year?
I felt pretty good about my senior year. Obviously, football got cut short, but I knew I was going to recover fast after my surgery, and I just did everything it took to get back to be on the field, and I just did what it took, and baseball season went pretty good for me. I threw the ball really well and hit pretty decent.
Now, you're a right-handed pitcher, and I understand you got pretty good velocity with the ball. Well, you up in the 90s? You hit in the 90s speed?
About 91 is the hardest I've thrown.
Okay, all right. So, hey, I'm telling you, Walter State's getting a good one. All right, let's talk next level. So, I understand, obviously, you're a pitcher. You played also infield, third base. I believe you also played.
Yes, sir.
But you're going next level as a pitcher. Is that right?
Pitcher or a two-way. I don't really know for certain yet if I'm going to pitch or hit or do both.
Okay.
I guess I'll decide that when I get there or see how it goes.
Okay. Now Walter State's a great program. They're constantly always going to the championship. And that
they're there right now. Actually, they're at Grand Junction, Colorado, in the World Series.
And that's something they typically do year in, year out. And also, Walter State's an excellent school to help kids advance to even bigger schools. So you plan on making that leap once you get established at Walter State? You still got big dreams to keep going and playing?
Yes, sir, for sure. That's my dream. That's why Walter State is so good. It's a good foundation and place to start at.
Now, we already got one guy in the majors here, Mr. Carter there. We'd like to follow his footsteps and get
Yes, sir, that'd be pretty cool.
All right, let's talk on the academic side. So I understand you're an outstanding student. They just bragged on how well that you and JD got high marks. You also have been part of the dual program here.
I see these guys every day. I see them in dual enrollment classes. The amount of time that's spent and the opportunities for dual credits to be able to take credits to the post-secondary level and transfer that and be able to move on. Like when college coaches and when people come in and take a look at student athletes, for anybody in here who has a dream to do what these guys are doing, the academic side of it is just as important and sometimes more important.
What's your plans, your goals, your major? What are you looking at on the business?
I'm majoring in business at Walter State, but I took dual enrollment stats and English composition, so I won't have to take those as my core classes at Walter State, so I'm free from math and English. So I think I'll just hop right into my course of study and just be able to be free on the business side.
Excellent. Well, you know what? I look at you. You're all growing up. I'm proud of this young man. I remember filming him back in his minor days of football, and like I said, always had the tenacity to be an outstanding player. I knew he'd always do something great. Never really got a chance to follow him as a young player in baseball, but I always heard a lot about him and how competitive he was, and it's all paid off. So once again, Rhett Slagle, congratulations on your next push forward, and I know Walter State is good and good. Hey, once again, it's Chris Reddick with the next push forward, and we're still here in the Commons area. Like I said, when you see us in this situation, normally there's a kid that's going to the next level, and this outstanding athlete, baseball superstar, right beside of me is Mr. J.D. Hooks. J.D., congratulations.
Thank you.
I understand that you get to join Rhett. Y'all get to play together at Walter State. So how exciting is that to be able to not just go to the next level, but to go with a teammate of yours?
It's awesome. I've known Rhett for years, played football with him, played baseball with him, basketball somewhere along the line, I assume too, and we always hit it off since a young age, and we love each other dearly and are very grateful we get to go be a part of each other's lives for at least the next 2 years, and maybe even farther for that, depending on where we go after.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So going at the Walter State,
Yes, sir.
friend you grew up with, you guys are going to be roommates?
Yes, sir.
Awesome, awesome. So when you actually enroll?
I'm not exactly sure when we enroll, but me and Rhett will probably move down to Morristown late July, early August, just to get settled in before school starts and everything, and kind of feel the land around Morristown, and enjoy ourselves while we can during this summer, and just do all we can to get prepared for our life in college.
Great. Now, we talked just briefly off camera about your dad, Mr. Mike Hooks. He's a classmate of mine, former outstanding player, athlete here, football, of course in baseball, and went on, did some great things at UTSU. So you got some big shoes to fill, but you know what? I know I could just tell when Mike was talking about your dad was talking about how proud of you.
Just for you guys, just remember Jeremiah 29:11. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a good future." So good luck, guys. I'm proud of you both. I love you both, and I couldn't be happier for the two of you.
I'm sure that you're thankful to have a dad like Coach Hooks.
Yeah, it's awesome to have a dad who, my greatest interest is baseball. I love doing it, and to have somebody who lived it out in college and got to play at the Division I level, he knows what he's talking about. And as a little kid, you're stubborn and don't want to listen all the time, but the older you get, you dig down into the stuff that he's said, and it's all comes to fruition. It really does.
Now, was he one of those dads that when the game's over, you still got to hear a little bit after the game
Maybe
at the dinner table, when you're watching the baseball, maybe watch some highlights? Is he still kind of?
Maybe a little bit, but honestly, Dad was very supportive of me no matter what, no matter how I played. Even on the bad days, he had my back, and on the good days, you get the praise and love it, and that's why you play. You play to have fun. It's a game. You want to win, but you have to love it to play it, and to go play it in college, you have to love it.
Well, I know, like I said, your dad's very proud of you. I've always heard great things about you. Never got to really see you play, but I always would hear from your dad how great a player you were. So let's talk about that side.
Sure.
So you've been playing, I guess, since a little kid, all the way up until now. But one thing I want to know, he was a great, outstanding football player as well, but you decided just to go with baseball. What made you decide to do that?
I'll be honest with you, I played football and stuff through when I was little, and I decided to try out travel baseball one summer, and I basically spent all summer traveling around playing in different states and winning with good teams, and it was one of those things where I was just like, this is what I know I want to do. This is what I want to spend all my time doing, and that's how I play. I've played travel ball. I ended my last travel ball season this fall, and obviously I got to play with a great team all 4 years here at Elizabethton, and baseball just really always caught my eye.
Well, let's talk about your position. I understand that you can play multiple positions. Your dad, he was a big-time player. He caught. I understand you're a catcher as well. What do you like? What's your best position on that?
I love catching.
people who play with me know me because I catch, and I absolutely adore it. And it's awesome. You get to be in the game every pitch. I mean, you have to be tuned in with your pitchers. You have to have a connection with them outside of baseball. Honestly, you have to know how they think. And I love it. And I also I got to play a lot of the outfield and infield during travel ball. Fell in love with just, you know, being able to get myself on the field anyway, being as versatile as I can, and just being able to perform wherever I'm placed.
Now, being a versatile athlete, it looks like you built to kind of play any position. What do you actually prefer on the next level? What do you want to?
I would prefer to catch. It's just what I've done since I was a little kid. But wherever they stick me, I will play my best to the best of my ability.
Well, how cool would it be to be able to catch for Rhett in college?
That would be awesome. That'd be a really cool thing to be able to be a battery for him, and I am very stoked to be able to move on with him.
All right. Finally, let's talk academics. You know, academics is just important. Heard everybody brag on you on academics. I understand you outstanding GPA. I believe you're over 4.0.
Yeah, I think I have almost a 4.3 GPA.
Oh my! Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, all right. So with that brain power that you're carrying into college, Brett said he's going into business. What do you plan on doing?
I'm majoring in business as well, so
So you may have some classes.
Yeah,
together as well.
we're either gonna love or hate each other. We're gonna see each other every day, all the time. So
Good deal, good deal. Well, once again, well, let me ask this question too, because you never know. I may be talking to another future MLB star. We know we got Mr. Carter, who got introduced with a World Series championship, which is something rarely done. But would you like to one day be able to play on that level? Maybe play on his team or against
oh yeah,
him?
that would be amazing. I've always dreamed about playing in the major leagues and watching those guys play on TV all the time. I mean, you don't always get to see the little things that they do, their little adjustments during the game, because the TV doesn't always broadcast all of that. But that's the game inside the game, understanding that stuff, and those guys being at the highest level understand it like more than anybody else. And I would love to go learn under some of the skippers and stuff and be able to improve myself and my abilities to be good enough to play there one day.
Well, I tell you what, you guys are on your way. Like I said, you guys are, if you're able to balance your education on a high level and your athletics on a high level and a person in the community on a high level, I think you're on your way. Hey, once again, congratulations to Mr. J.D. Hooks.
Thanks, sir.
As he pushes to the next push forward. Hey, it's Chris Reddick, and hopefully we'll do this again here at Elizabeth, right here in the Common Zone. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much for all your support. Just the fact that you're here today, taking time out of your schedule to celebrate with these young men. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate the teammates that were always there to celebrate them when things were going good and to pick them up when things weren't. And guys, that is priceless, okay? I know that for a fact. And last but not least, the coaches. If you've coached any of these young men at any time in their life, any sport, would you please stand up? Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. We appreciate it.
Give it up for the Elizabethton Cyclone. Let's go. Y'all can say hey, y'all can say ho. Get the party started, Cyclone. Let's go. Y'all can say hey, y'all can say ho. Get the party started, Cyclone. Let's go. Everybody in the house, get 'em up, get 'em up. Everybody at the party, throw your hands.